Stavros Tousios for M4Markets. In today's last video for the week, we're going to look at euro dollar and gold. Euro dollar is falling and has done a shallow correction and a false break up here before sliding back into its base trend. We're no longer accelerating. We are below the 23 Fibonacci as well, and the next level down really, guys, is around 105, 104.50. It's a previous swing high and a previous swing low, and also a Fibonacci level. At the same time, let's not forget, it will probably, well, not it will probably, if it comes down, it will definitely bring us to the median line as well. So there is 4 different things we need to actually keep in mind when it comes to the next downside leg, and that is around 105. Okay, we do, however, see a bullish hidden divergence on the RSI. But look, that has a little bit more room to do and still remain a valid case, because until it goes down to 26 or so, that is still considered to be a hidden bullish divergence, and could be bringing a bit of upside. Now we tapped that area, guys, and by falling actually back below the 107.30 or so, or even in here, which is a very strong activity level, by the way, and this is the one I'll be looking at next, the very short term. 106 is our level. 106 could offer a bounce, and we could see a rejection over here or a potential continuation to the upside. Until we actually get above that, we don't change our outlook. It's still bearish, okay? But what I'm saying is that maybe we're going to see a 106 bounce, okay, and further continuation to the downside, rather than going down to 105 and then seeing a bounce. But both scenarios are still possible. Now, if we go down on the 1 hour, we are going to notice that we have actually they keep breaking, okay? That suggests that the bias is still to the downside in the medium term, okay? And what we ought to do now, because we have had this 5-wave leg to the downside and then the correction up here, we need to look at the 61.8. This is below the 106, okay? So 105.80, in case we do actually see another slide today, is going to be probably the lowest for this week. Now, when it comes to gold, you are seeing the accelerated channel here because we connect the peaks rather than the troughs. And look at this, we are very close to Fibonacci, the 38, the channel bottom, yeah, and also a very high activity level, okay, over here. Similarly to euro dollar, though, it looks like there is, in the short term, more downside room to be done. It doesn't necessarily mean it will go down, but it means that there is more room to go down. We also see that that signal on the 4 hours as well remains intact, even if we move lower down, and that builds on the bearish bias case, okay? But what gold has that euro dollar hasn't, it's this channel. Okay, so any sort of downside might be a bit restricted on gold, and that increases the chances of not going down, but the chances of getting a false break and then seeing an actual bounce, okay? But the bounce, it looks like it's imminent one way or another, as long as, of course, we remain above the 25 on momentum as we fall. Because if we lose that signal, then that means that that's going to break straight, probably go down to 1787, and then we see from that. Whereas in the false break case, we'll probably expect that to go down to 1010, 109, rather than all the way down to 1785. Okay, so 1800 is probably the lowest for the week, maybe even 1810 or so. Now, if we go down on the 1 hour, it is important to also have a quick look at the 100 Fibonacci extension over here. That brings us down to 1794. Okay, but we are also below the 16.8, 61.8 Fibo extension. So the next leg to the downside is really 1794. We also see a rejection here, and 1820 again pops up. This is a cluster between the channels. So even if we fall down here, look for a potential move above the median line. We had an attempt over here, we failed. The second attempt might be a better case, and then off we go to 1845 or so, and the break of this channel is going probably to give us more chances to 1870 and even to 1890, where a correction could be seen.